Christmas time, folks. Yes, I'm in the living room for this one. Actually, no, I'm only in here for the opening. So unfortunately, you'll only be getting me in my room for the rest of the video. I will still have a hat on, though. That'll probably be a staple for the rest of these videos until Christmas is over, that is. So yeah, another week, another batch of films to review. Only 2 of them came out this year, though one of them is of a film that I've been wanting to watch for quite a while now. So just be excited when you get to that one. So yeah, nothing more to say. Let's just get on with the video. So before I get on to the first film, I will say that it's the start of Christmas season, like I said. So there's going to be lots of Christmas films that are going to be in these videos for the coming weeks. Anyways, first film is it's only natural for me to continue from watching the best Cinderella film to the worst. Cinderella 2 Dreams Come True. I mean, this one's fine, I guess. It's not the best out of any of the direct-to-DVD sequels that Disney has made, but it's definitely not one of the worst. It never made me just click off immediately. It's like some, but it's not absolute. But it's not anything I will be dying to revisit to anytime soon. I mean, this is spliced into 3 short films. I guess the first one is interesting enough. The second one is my least favorite and definitely the least interesting. And the third one is the one where I guarantee you everyone wants it to be the actual length of the film. So yeah. First film, Cinderella Adjusts Life in Castle. Second one, The Mouse Becomes Human. The third one, Anastasia Falls in Love with a Baker. Which one would you want? I, for one, would love to see a full film of Anastasia and the Baker, and it's definitely something that the third film truly lacked on. There wasn't enough Baker Anastasia romance. How dare you? That's not good. All in all, it's not anything interesting. It's just fine. I always didn't like this. I mean, there are tons of corny moments that I just didn't like, and even moments that just frustrated me, but all in all, it's not anything that bad. The animation is decent enough. I mean, it's not terrible at the very least. I just found out through Letterboxd that this film is getting a sequel. That made me dock points by 1. And that being the live-action Lilo and Stitch film. I mean, it's charming enough, I guess. I mean, I enjoyed myself a lot, and I found a lot of the relationships to be sweet. But who asked for this? I mean, there was no point in remaking Lilo and Stitch. Hell, there wasn't any point in remaking any of the Disney films, but this one is just bizarre. They added so many unnecessary moments here and there. They made so many unnecessary changes, and they got rid of some of the most compelling stuff. Just dumped it all in with some unnecessary moments and bullshit and all that. I mean, main things I had to point out, they got rid of Captain Gantu. They had some unnecessary characters and gave them to roles from the original characters. Bubble is just stripped down to CIA instead of the caring social worker who actually has a heart of gold. Jumper is the villain in this one, plus he doesn't have his accent. And Drag Pleakley, where is he? Yeah, and also they demeaned what Ohana meant to the original story, and the ending definitely rubs the wrong way to so many people. I, for one, wasn't as rubbed, but quite frankly, I fully agree that this wasn't the direction that they should have went in. Yeah, it's not terrible. Actually, no, it is. Yeah, it's not terrible. It's just not good. I enjoyed myself much more than I did with the Snow White live-action remake, but is that really a high bar we should be reaching towards? All right, Christmas portion. The Prepper and Landing trilogy. These trilogies are golden, let's be honest. I enjoyed these. I've watched these a lot every year so far, and I feel like this is going to be an annual thing where these are the first Christmas films I watch every year, mainly because of another film that I'm going to get onto just in a minute. I've been forbidden to watch without the rest of my folks. I did that one time, and I've been shunned. No, it's just a running joke at this point. But Prep and Landing. I really enjoyed this. I find Wayne to be a compelling enough main character. I understand his struggles in the first short, and uh, and his relationship with Lenny is very sweet. They have a nice co-partner friendship going on that I do kind of wish it was a lot more expanded upon in these films. I mean, I will say the first one is obviously the best because it delves into Wayne and Lenny's friendship the most, or starting out, and it has a good heart and decent character moments as well as a load of really funny moments as well. But I do definitely say that the second and the third film kind of fall off a bit on that part. I mean, the second one is just trying to get a present from Santa's workshop. There's not really much character development. The third one delves into Wayne's brother, and there's not really much character growth from Lenny. He's just kind of sidelined, I guess. But yeah, I will say these are not terrible, not at all. If I had to rank them all, it would go for 2, 3, then 1. Yeah, but it's not terrible. Just nice shorts, and apparently there's a fourth one coming out. I'm not counting the Tiny's Adventure one. I've never watched that. I don't even think it's on Disney Plus. So yeah, but there's a fourth Prep and Landing coming out this year apparently. Guess they just need to milk this franchise then. All right, to all my British brothers and sisters, this is a cult classic. If we've ever watched any cult classic in the UK. I might get flack onto this, or it might get hate, but I don't care. Nativity. This is a cult classic in the UK now. I guarantee you. I've heard so many people from my college like a couple years ago singing the Nativity songs. My entire family loves this film to the point of where they shunned me for watching this film without them when we were decorating the tree. Yeah, this is just a film where we decorate the tree too. This is gold. This is absolutely golden. Yeah. So, and I will say the premise kind of is a bit messed up. Let's be honest. A primary school teacher is running the Christmas nativity play at his school that he works at, and with his very much not qualified teaching assistant. He makes up a lie in saying that Hollywood's going to make a big blockbuster film about the play that they're making, and they just run with it to the point where, quite frankly, he should be arrested for fraud and lying, I guess. This film is bizarre, but you've had to be there back in the 2010s for when the height of this franchise was major. This film is incredible. I love this film so much. Even though after every year of watching it, I just see more and more flaws. And even then, I feel like I just stare at my phone from the moments that I'm not as intrigued. But even then, this film is incredible. I love this film. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what any of the criticism whatsoever. This is one of my favorite films of all time. And the fact that this has a 3.6 on Letterboxd is enough to say that this is a good film. Sure, Rotten Tomatoes beg to differ, but Letterboxd, that's more than enough. This has the same rating as Wreck-It Ralph. I'm not joking. I think that's enough to say that this is a good film. You might disagree with me on that one, but I don't care. It's just like good. It has good heart, has good moments, and I will definitely say the best parts are absolutely the final performance of the play, and the songs are killers, they're bangers, absolutely. Yeah, I find the growing friendship between Mr. Madden's and Mr. Poppy to be really endearing, even though Mr. Poppy really should be checked in for, if not Child Protective Services, at least teaching assistant quality wise, because he is kind of a bit reckless, and he's not even a qualified teaching assistant, let's be honest. I'm genuinely surprised how he's still working at that school to the third film. Yeah, there's 4 films. This franchise is insane, and I love it so much. Yeah. Now, I will say there are some moments that I will say is a bit slow here and there, and if I didn't have any nostalgia to this film, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10 at best. But much like how certain films that I hate aren't really the level of hate worthy that they get. I mean, at best, I'm not going to spoil what films I hate, but those types of films, I'd only give it like a 4 out of 10 at most, but I hate them so much I have to give them a 2 out of 10. This is one of those films where I'm like, I love this so much I have to give it a 10 out of 10. I don't care. It's this good. This is definitely a biased take. I have so much nostalgia to this film that I religiously watch this every year. And only one other Christmas film has gotten to that point of religious worship. And the other one is also one of my favorite films of all time. And that one's justified because that is actually a masterpiece. This one is just a really good movie. But still, yeah, this is just biases, I guess. Yeah, it's just a wild ride. The best parts are obviously the ending, and there are loads of really good moments here and there with really good character developments and all that, and really good performances by Martin Freeman and Mark Wooten as well as actors like Jason Watkins, Ricky Tomlinson, and Alan Carr, and Pam Ferris. What star? And Ashley Jensen as well. What a stacked cast. Let's be honest. I think I've gone along long enough. The only thing you need to know is that this is 100% biased, and I don't care. We all have that film that we're just so biased with nostalgia we can't help but hate it. Anyways, on to the actual masterpiece now. I will say this. If I didn't have Letterboxd, or if I didn't see how many people were raving about this film. Come on in. Come on. Come on in. If I didn't see how many people were raving about this film, I wouldn't have watched it. And it's, as much as I'd like to say it has so many other films that came out this year as well, I wouldn't have watched it if so many people weren't raving about it. It's one of the reasons why I'm still very hesitant to... Actually, it's one of the many reasons why I wouldn't have watched films like... Say, like, the Women in Cabin 10, or The Thursday Murder Club, or Lost in Starlight, or any of those other films. Yeah. I mean, I probably would have watched Predator Killer of Killers, Jurassic World Rebirth, and so many other films I've watched this year so far. I wouldn't have watched them if it was... And I still haven't watched some of these films that I wanted to watch if it wasn't for Letterboxd. And, well, I'm so glad to have watched this finally. Sinners. I finally watched Sinners, and I regret not watching this film sooner. There is a reason why this is considered to be the best film, or the film of the year for so many people. I mean, K-pop Demon Hunters, that's definitely the big main film of the year, but this is the film that everyone's going to remember 2025 for. I'm also hoping for Frankenstein to be that one, but Sinners is just that good of a film that you just can't help but love it. Yeah. This is such a massive ride. There's so many incredible moments here and there that I just love, that I would just love to talk about in its own separate video. But much like Frankenstein, which I will get around to, I've been ill this week, so I haven't really gotten around to it. Plus, I was busy. But still, there's so much to talk about this. The star-studded cast is incredible. Michael B. Jordan doing really good performances as the two main leads. Haley Steinfeld doing a really good performance, and Miles Caton. Good lord, this is his first. This is his first role in a film, and he's my favorite performance. And he is so good in this film, and he has such pipes as well. Yeah, and characters like Jack O'Connell, Wunmi Musaku, Jamie Lawson, and Omar Benson Miller, Delroy Lindo, and so on and so on and so on. So much talent in this, and it was done so well. No wonder everyone loved this. And it's a film about black people just wanting to have a night off in the 1930s at a jig like a dance club in the middle of an old mill factory, and they're being hunted by vampires. Directed by Ryan Coogler, the director of the Black Panther films and the Rocky spin-off Creed. With a score by Ludwig Göransson, who won an Oscar for Oppenheimer. God, I should have punched myself earlier this year for not watching this soon enough. It is incredible. I truly love it. My favorite moment of the film is the moment where all the vampires are doing the Irish jig session with Rennick, with the main vampire Rennick in the middle, just sharing their culture with it. It's just so much fun, and I would love to be part of that jig cycle. I don't care if they're evil. I want to dance with them. I'm just dancing with the devil, let's be honest, which I wouldn't do normally. The devil is the devil. He's evil. He sucks. Let's be honest. We all know that the devil sucks. but that moment is so good. I would love to dance with it. There's so many incredible moments throughout this, with incredible cinematography, with one of the best long takes I've ever seen, and the fact that it was spliced together from multiple different takes. I cannot begin to imagine how much time and effort that took. And that is probably one of the reasons why I feel like this is going to be in for nomination consideration for the Oscars for Best Editing. And let's be honest, this is probably going to be the film of the year that's going to be the Oscar beloved film. So many nominations, incredible directing, incredible cast, incredible acting, incredible cinematography, incredible music. I hope Ludwig wins another Oscar for his incredible score. And not only that, I would actually like to see this be in hot competition with Frankenstein. I mean, my clear favorite for Best Supporting Actor is Jacob Elordi. I want him to win because he's that good, but I would not be surprised if Miles Caton gets nominated for Best Supporting Actor for his first role. If he gets nominated, praise the Lord for his work, even though this film is about sinners. Roll credits. Yeah, there's so much to love about this film, and quite frankly, when finishing up this review on Letterboxd, it just made me want to go watch Weapons now, because I've heard so much good things about it. And again, the fact that this is a vampire film makes me punch myself in the face for not watching Nosferatu as well so much. There's so much great talent, and it makes me want to watch more less known or less mainstream films. I mean, sure, Sinners and Weapons are blowing it up all over the place, but what about other films that came out this year, like Together? I heard that had good reviews, I guess. But yeah, I'm kind of sad that I only now I've really been watching these films. You know, I haven't even watched Superman yet. That's something. But yeah. Yeah, but I'm just so glad that I finally get to watch this, and I'm so glad that so many people are loving this as well. It deserves the praise, and it deserved the box office it got. It is apparently the highest grossing original horror film. Original horror film. This is an original film. And I'm so glad it got that. I'm hoping that it will get nominated for so many Oscars, and I'm hoping it will at least win one. At the very most, it deserves to win Best Editing. I'm still floored by how well the cinematography is, yeah, but how well the editing is spliced together, especially with that one long take. But yeah, but also I wouldn't be opposed to it winning Best Director, Best Lead Actor. To be honest, I wasn't as floored by Haley Steinfeld as much as I was with Michael B. Jordan or uh, give me a second, sorry, or with Miles Caton. But still, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets nominated as well. And as much as and as much as my favorite film of the year, Frankenstein, I want that to win Best Picture. I would be equally as happy for this to win Best Picture. And all in all, I feel like I just need to watch Weapons now to understand how incredible that film is. But yeah, all in all, I've been going on for about 8 minutes, and I'll go on for about another 10. It's so good, and I'm so glad to have watched it, and I'm so glad that I loved this so much. So, that's all the films this week. It's not that much of a variety, but hey, at least I ended off the week with a banger. So yeah. Anyway, Cinderella 2 Dreams Come True, I'd give that a 6 out of 10. Lilo and Stitch 2025, I'd give that a 5 out of 10. The Prep and Landing trilogy, Prep and Landing, I'll give that a 9 out of 10. Operation Secret Santa Stocking the Stuffer, 8 out of 10, and Naughty and Nice, an 8 out of 10 as well. Nativity, again, complete bias, complete nostalgia, a 10 out of 10. And Sinners, you're probably going to hate me, but I'd only give that a 9 out of 10, and not a 10 out of 10. Unfortunately, yeah, I'm sorry, but you won't be getting much of the Christmas background. Like I said, I would only be doing the opening and the ending. Anyways, that's the end of today's video, everyone. I want to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Have a good one.